Great. Okay, it's day 16, 22nd of September. It's about 7:15, something like that. So this is the video that was supposed to be this morning, and I was behind on videos because I had Sunday off. So here is the video for today. And the video for today is about the diet ecosystem. And I have the diet ecosystem is a system of 12 points, 12 factors, 12 things you have to get right in order to make sure that you are being successful in your diet. And the reason it's an ecosystem is because all these things are linked together. So there's 4 subsections of the diet ecosystem, and if you get all these things together, they will work to get you the body you want, because you'll have everything aligned in order to be successful. So the reason for today's video is to say, right, we need to go and see where you're lacking in your diet ecosystem. It's been 2 weeks now. You've been doing all your little habit building and vote sheet and star challenge, all those things. Hopefully you've been posting some of the good things you've been doing, some of the benefits you've been having, but there's always going to be something that's holding you back. It's always going to be that empty piece of the jigsaw puzzle, which is not quite right, and that's the thing that stops you getting the body you want. There's always going to be something that you just don't get right, and you can just about see where the body you want is and just can't get there. And there's going to be one thing out of this ecosystem, maybe 2, maybe 3, but there's going to be these things that are holding you back. And the idea of today's video is to help you identify what those weaknesses are, what those things are. Now you might be thinking, oh, it's just because I've got no willpower, or oh, it's just that I'm always hungry, or whatever. But there are 12 points, 12 factors that are affected by the 4 main elements. So you've got do, which is your activity. You've got influence, which is your environment around you. You have eat, which is obviously the food that you eat. And then you've got think. Now, remember I talked right at the beginning about calories and the calories in, calories out. Calorie deficit was the key to getting a fat loss result. Well, that's do and eat. So you've got do, which is calories out, and you've got eat, which is calories in. Now, essentially, it does come down to creating a calorie deficit and having calories in, calories out. However, if it was as simple as doing calories in, calories out, then all the Dr. Shred's diets that you tried in the past, all the rapid weight loss formulas and drinks and supplements and rapid weight loss programs that you've done in the past would have worked, because they all would have created a calorie deficit. So it's not just about the calorie deficit. Now, I do hear and see lots of fit pros and so-called nutritionists talking about, oh, the reason you're not losing weight is because you're not in a calorie deficit, bro. And that is something that is so pushed, and it's so stupidly off plan. An analogy I use is that if you went to a business consultant and they said, mate, do you know what you need to do to make more money? You need to sell more stuff. And you go, wow, I didn't think about that. I didn't think that I had to sell more stuff to make more. Wow, you're worth £200 an hour. But essentially that's what it is. If you want to make more money in business, you need to sell more stuff and not have your profits, so not have your costs go through the roof. That's essentially the calories in, calories out, but it's money in, money out, isn't it? But you don't see business consultants, well, okay, I suppose you do, but you don't see the really good business consultants saying, yeah, you just got to sell more stuff, mate. No, they know that there's a whole ecosystem that surrounds your business, which if you don't get that right, you won't sell more stuff and your costs will go through the roof, so you're not going to make more money. So it's always an ecosystem to get a result. Business, in weight loss, in training, and building muscle, there's always this thing that needs to come together, these points that needs to come together. And the diet ecosystem is I've actually trademarked it so that no one could steal it, because people in Fit Pro land love stealing other people's content. You know who you are if you're watching. But they Yeah, I've trademarked it so no one else can use it, because I fully believe that if you get these 12 points right, you will get the body you want, because you will have all the factors in play. So let's break it down. So we have in do, we have make sure your calorie balance is right. Now, why I say calorie balance is because if you want to build muscle, you're probably going to want a calorie surplus and a certain amount of protein and everything else. So calorie balance must be right, either in or out, or calorie deficit or surplus. Then we have eating foods that you like, because you have to eat foods that you like, otherwise you'll get bored of the food and not eat that food and eat something else, and either not enough protein for muscle building, or you'll overeat calories for fat loss, so you won't lose fat. And then you've got meals that fit your lifestyle. So the meals have to fit around your lifestyle. So if you have watched all the videos and you have done all the tasks this week and last week, you'll know that we've started to build that already by creating a calorie deficit, because I showed you how to use a calorie calculator. I've showed you how to do MyFitnessPal, so you can put meals you like and also construct it around your lifestyle. So that's the do thing. You're already doing that, hopefully. Then we've got, let's go down to the bottom. So the way it works is do, eat, and then influence and think on the other side. So on the eat, so this is, on the do, let's get that right. I think I covered do first, but I did eat, okay? So eat, I did the calories in first. So do, energy out. So the do is exercise. I believe you must do some sort of resistance exercise or activity past what you do in your normal daily life, because more energy out equals more calorie deficit. Or if you're building muscle, training at the gym stimulates muscle building. So in order to get the body you want, I fully believe you must do some sort of resistance training or high intensity training or something that takes you out of your comfort zone. So you've got exercise, then you've got activity, which is NEAT, which I've talked about in other videos. So that's just moving around your steps, just so we monitored your steps. Hopefully you've been monitoring steps last 2 weeks. You can see if your NEAT level is going up. And if any of these terms you don't understand, there's videos on this. So you can go back through the 21-day challenge and watch it. And then we've got rest, because a lot of people, okay, me included to a certain extent, don't get enough rest. They don't get enough sleep. They don't take enough break from their working life. They don't give themselves breaks from their kids. So they become burnt out. And not having enough rest leads to poor lifestyle choices and poor diet choices. So you overeat if you're tired. Not getting enough rest doesn't mean that you get fat, but not getting enough rest means you make poor decisions, which then affects your fat, your calorie intake. So you overeat. Okay, so those are the do and the eat. And then on the influence, you've got work environment, you've got family environment, and you've got social environment. So you're always in one of these three environments in the day. Either you're at work, you're at home, or you're out with your mates. Yeah, so there's no other environment you're going to be in. So you've got to think about, are these environments, these three environments, are they helpful to the goals that you want to do? For example, have you at work got a table where you pile cakes on, which is right next to your desk, so you eat loads of food? At home, do you have a load of treats in the cupboards which you can access at any time, which doesn't help your fat loss efforts? Do you, when you're out with your mates, are you always going out for curries or pizzas? That's not going to help you if you want a fat loss environment. Yes, you can adjust your calories around that, but if you're always going out eating or drinking in your social life, that's potentially going to upset you. So you've got to think about your environment as well, you know. And then you've got think. So think is working with your brain, having good habits and routines, and having an accountability partner. And working with your brain is a topic I cover in my book, and it's all about making sure you manage your three brains. So you're managing your muncher, which is your snacking brain, you're using your logical brain to make decisions, and you're programming your robot brain, which is your subconscious, and this comes back to habit and building good habits. The robot needs to be programmed with good habits, good things that you're doing. And that links into habits. You have to build good habits so that you're doing things, compounding things, so you're getting the results of the influences, the votes that you're making go towards good habits. And then you've got an accountability partner. Now, your accountability partner, I think I've talked about this in other videos, that is a coach. Say if you employed me to be your diet coach, that would be me. I'd be your accountability partner. If you had a mate you're doing a diet with, that's your accountability partner. If you had a group of people in a Facebook group like this group that you're in at the moment, Target Lean Lifestyle, if you're on the podcast or watching this another day, go to the Target Lean Lifestyle group and join it. If you're in this group, you've got an accountability group which you can talk to and say, I'm having trouble with this, can you help? And the group comes together and helps. You can have a WhatsApp group. You can have a weekly meeting group that you go to, sort of like Weight Watchers, but then don't weigh when you go there because that doesn't help. Which weigh one a week. So so if you have an accountability partner, and don't make it someone who's like your family or someone who's just going to be a yes person. So they're going to allow you to make excuses for why you haven't done stuff. They need to be holding you to account. So, okay, you overate, rather than, not beating you into the ground, criticising you for overeating. Don't just go, oh, that's okay, it doesn't matter. Because it does matter, because you're overeating. So you need to have an accountability partner who works with you to say, okay, well, why does that happen? Let's go back, let's trace the steps, that's why it's going to happen. Or you have an accountability group which says, look, if you think you're going to overeat or binge again, post in the group, call one of us, stuff like that. So those are the 12 points, the 12 things you need to have in place. And there's a lot of work that goes into making those things all fit in. Now, you may be thinking, wow, that's a lot of stuff. Where do I start with that? But that's okay, because I've got a test you can take which gives you a free report which will tell you where you're lacking in your diet ecosystem. And it will also give you a free report that says, try doing this stuff, this will help you. And it's tailored to your score. So it's not just this is your score, but everybody does this. If you get a low or medium or high score, it will tell you what to do for those scores to get them up again. Now, this is free. You don't have to pay any money for it. Yeah, you do have to give me your email address, so I might send you some emails. But I think that's a fair trade-off. And you can always unsubscribe anyway. But to get the report, you have to give me your email address. And that would go onto my system. So, full disclosure, you will go on my email list and you'll get loads of helpful stuff on nutrition. Sorry. But yeah, if you go onto the diet ecosystem, now I'll post the link in the comments under this post on the Facebook video. If you are watching on YouTube, I'll post it in the comments on YouTube. If you are listening to this on the podcast, it'd be useless me saying the link because it's quite a long link. So all you need to do is, if you go to my website, there will be a link on there at the bottom of the homepage that says take the diet ecosystem test. Just click on that and that will take you to the test. If you're on Instagram, just go to my Instagram, click on the bio link or whatever it's called, click on that and there will be a link to do the test there. So that's the easy way to do it. So if you're in your car or whatever, walking along listening to this, what you have to do is open my Instagram, TomBlackman_nutrition, go to the bio link, click the link, and there's a link there to take the test. Now, I won't say anything more because you'll get so much value from doing the report. It's about 40 questions. It takes about 3 minutes to do this. All yes or no questions. You don't have to really think that hard about it, but it will tell you where you're lacking. Now, this is really important because after doing 14 days of this challenge, you might be getting some progress, but things might not still be clicking. So it's a good idea to know where things are going wrong, so then you can go, right, okay, that's what I need to work on. If you've got your calories licked, if you know your macros, everything else, great. Don't have to worry about your do score. Forget that. If you're exercising 3 or 4 times a week, getting adequate rest, okay, don't have to worry about your do score or your eat score. You don't have to think about that. But maybe your work environment's not great. Maybe you haven't got an accountability partner, so you're always sneaking food in. Maybe you've got some bad habits that make you snack a lot. So you need to assess where these things are, and the test will tell you. That will give you some idea about where to work on. So I'm going to sign off for now. If you're watching this back, comments are under there. If you're watching this on the live, the link will be posted later on today, later on tonight. So it'll be in about an hour or so. The link will go up there. But you can. The link is active on my Instagram. You can go and do it there. Okay, so take the test. Give me some feedback. Say what you need help with, and then I can start giving you some advice as to how to actually get some more progress on your diet. Excuse me. So thanks for watching. Have a great evening, whatever you're doing. Go and take the test. Go and take the report. Read the report. See what you can do about it. If you need any help, post in the comments. And thanks for watching. See you later.